What's up, guys? I'm coming back at y'all with another video and another random thought. I was thinking to myself earlier, majority of the times we are afraid to try new things is because, well, of course, we're going to be afraid of how we look at it. We don't know if we're going to succeed or whether we're going to just suck or be whack at it. But the only thing is, once we continue to do what it is, then we'll progress over time. But that's one of the reasons why we're afraid to do new things. But also another reason is because we're afraid of what other people are going to think. Especially when you go and do something totally different than what a certain group of people do. Now, I'm going to go a little bit deep on this one. And I'm pretty sure everybody else it's probably ran across other people's mind. But it's the stereotypes that really hinder us. Like, for example, somebody will be like, oh, that's not that many Caucasians or white people doing rap. And whenever somebody does, it's like a unicorn. And vice versa, even with country music, when it's a black person, like, and he's a unicorn. He's white people, black people listen to country music, or trying to do country music, because you do have a good amount of black people that do it, but it's just because we have stereotypes that's attached to some of these like genres, whatever it is. Hey, even sports, I get it all the time. People, they look at my frame, my tall frame, be like, automatically they think basketball. But no, it's not just, even football. When I tell them soccer, they be like, oh, okay. But then inside their mind, they're thinking, oh, it's, every tall person, they have to play basketball because they're tall. That's almost like if I was to go to Mexico right now and they like, I want to play football. You mean like football? You mean football, right? No, he wants to play American. Well, football originated. It's a long story. Football is soccer. Soccer is football. The English, they're onto something when they say soccer. It's not really soccer, it's football. But even though we call it soccer over here. But football, all those sports originally came from football. It's just that certain aspects of the game change and they kind of change up some things, but it still has kind of the same principles, but completely different variations. Like even rugby came from football, in England. But anyway, that's beside the point. But even with that, most people think, just because you're white, you listen to this certain kind of music, or you have to do these things. It's like you're putting yourself in a certain category and you won't, expand over the horizon and doing other things because you put yourself in a box. And even in the black community, it's a prime example. Whenever you do something more productive with your life, they be like, some people, I'm just saying some. They would be like, oh, yeah, he's talking all uppity and talking all proper. It's nothing wrong with talking proper. It's nothing wrong with going to college. It's nothing wrong with It's nothing wrong with wanting more out of your life than just sitting back and then talking about this person, that person, not doing anything with your life and destroying other people's lives in the community. That's a whole different topic. But, we got to get out of that mindset that we have to be or act a certain kind of way because of the color of the color of our skin. The color of our skin. We seriously got to get out of that mind frame, And vice versa, even any other race. We have to understand at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Yes, we may have some different shades, some different kind of size nose, but guess what? We all function the same way. We eat, sleep, we have the same emotions, We may do things a little bit differently, but we all function the same way. We drive, come on. You know, we really gotta wake up from that. We can't be, you know, letting these things just stereotype. We can't be stereotyping each other so much to where we're gonna miss out on certain things that we thought we never could even achieve. And even people in the past, what makes you think that they could have, you know, they got to the place where they were? Because they broke certain stereotypes. They got out of the hood. They did not stay in the hood. They achieved more than what they did not become a product of their environment, you know? And it's very divisive. This country right now is so divided. We need to be unified. But how are we going to be unified if we continue to keep, you know, stereotyping each other, and then we're not growing because we're so focused on, oh, white. And even, for example, even the car. Oh my goodness. The Nissan Altima. The Nissan Altima. Oh my goodness, that's so stereotypical. If you see one behind you, just get out the way. Do not think about a second. Don't even give it a second thought. Especially if it's missing a front bender or something is just wrong with it, you know. But that's beside this point. You know, people will say, oh, a white person drives that car. Or a Volkswagen, oh, that's a white person's vehicle. A Subaru, oh, that's a white person's vehicle. A Chevy, kind of both races. Dodge, oh, that's black. You know, we got to stop doing that, people. Come on. What are we doing? You know, but I mean, certain things do happen and have a bad reputation because it's been normally used by a certain group of people. But, you know, some things are changeable, some things are not. But the things that we can do to change these negative stereotypes, we really got to wake up. We cannot continue to keep having to think a certain kind of way because we don't want to stand out and be different. You know, that was just something I thought about. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed the video and if y'all got any opinions about it, leave it in the comment section down below. But until next one, I'm signing out. Later.